Hello Saber Forum, this is Hazard 502 coming to you today to do a review of my first Ultrasabers, the Dark Initiate LE V3 with sound. Initially when I ordered this saber from Ultrasabers, my goal for it and the theme for this was it to be a light side saber. And initially when I ordered it, I wasn't sure if it was the type of hilt that could pull off being a light side saber. But once I actually got it, saw it up close in person, and to me it has a really good balance of elegance to it, even though most of it is a dark hilt. And seeing it up close, to me, it easily passes as a light side saber, because after all, I am a Jedi, not a Sith. So I'm really happy with this saber. There's a lot I can talk about on this saber. What I will mention is that I do have this extension choke piece from TCSS, and initially the reason I got this extension was, as most of you know, the Initiate hilt is of the shorter hilts in the Ultrasaber line. I have bigger hands, I'm a taller guy, so I wanted to add a little more real estate to the hilt. I also got a choke style extension to just continue on the theme of this saber with the choke points here and here. And also I just like the fact that it added an extra individual touch to the saber. So I really enjoy this piece, the extension on here. I will say about the saber is that the finish on this saber is fantastic. The black anodizing on here is deadpan even from one side to the other. It's not blotchy, it's not lighter here, it's not darker there. It's perfectly even as far as coloring goes. Also with the silver inlay in the grooves, it's very accurately placed. There's no silver splashing out of the lines. It's perfectly painted in there, or however it's done, and it looks very sharp, very accurate, very clean, upscale. So I really enjoy that. It's very clean, very nice looking saber. Design wise it's on the simpler side, but I don't mind that. I'm okay with it. I like it. Obviously I ordered it. Obviously got the illuminated AV switch. And I've seen a few reviews where guys actually, their AV switch was a little bit loose. I have to say, I've had this saber since about late February. Used it daily because I duel with my son, who's 5, on a very regular basis, indoors, outdoors. And this AV switch is as solid now as it was the day I got it. Very well placed, very tight, very well placed. Doesn't move at all. And I obviously got the AV switch because I like that it is a low profile to the hilt. I have Luke's Return of the Jedi saber from the Hasbro Force FX. Really enjoy that saber. It's a great collector's piece, but the activation box on there, when wielding it, it really was a bit of a point of frustration, because you always had to plan and think about where you're going to have your hands on the hilt whenever you were wielding it or spinning it. And to have something that is just low profile, smooth on the hands no matter where your hand is on the saber, really, really enjoy the AV switch. I think it looks spectacular when it's on, and when it's off it's just a great accent. So quick stats on this thing. It has Obsidian 3 sound. Here at the bottom I have the bellicose pommel with the long grooves. Check out the vents there. Definitely one of my favorite pommels available from Ultrasabers. And I actually I got this pommel because of, first of all, the balance of color. Initially, I didn't have the choke extension here. It just was on the saber at this point, and I just liked how it just helped balance the black on this saber. I love the clean design. The machining on it is actually just very well done, very clean, and actually the pommel vent design, it really actually attracted me to this pommel. I like how clean of a pattern it is, how simple. I just think it's a really attractive looking vent design. I know most people don't see, but I noticed it and I liked it. So I got that. Obsidian sound. I have the LED is constantly green with the green AV switch, and reason being for that is, again, Luke's saber from Return of the Jedi is my inspiration for sabers, and if I was going to get a saber and had the opportunity to get a green saber, I was doing it, no questions asked. And what I got on here now is the Ultra Edge mid-grade blade, 32 inch in length. I also have a heavy grade, regular heavy grade blade in 32 inch. And this blade here is actually a grab bag blade, which I'll talk about briefly later on. So as far as the hilt goes, as far as holding the hilt goes, I know video in Ultrasaber shows that it can be a dual choke point up here. Obviously my hands are too large for that, but I do find it is the perfect placement for your forehand. I am a fan of dual wielding. Always love dual wielding. Spinning, enjoy spinning it with one hand, but definitely when dueling with somebody, the two-handed grip is definitely my favorite. And the choke points just add a perfect place for your index finger and your thumb and your pinky finger at the bottom, and it just helps capture your hand top and bottom when you're spinning it, when you're wielding it. Your hand feels perfectly at home here, and it never ever goes anywhere. I know that this is also a diameter-wise thinner hilt. I really like that because you can, just the feeling of being able to have your hands all the way around this hilt at any point just makes it feel very powerful, and I really enjoy that. And obviously with the extension here and with the choke point, your lower hand is always at home. In fact, it's so comfortable, your bottom hand can take a nap right there all day long. Just feels just very aggressive, very comfortable, very at home at both points. And when you're single wielding a saber, definitely a natural place for your hand is between both choke points, but actually when spinning I found that it's been most effective to wrap your hand around the bottom choke point. My hand always just seems to land right here. Not necessarily for dueling, but for spinning it just lands right here, and it just seems to be the correct balance point when spinning. So I just kind of found that out about the hilt. Given that this is my first saber, the one thing that also stood out to me is that beautiful bright blade. The AV switch definitely looks fantastic when it's on. On camera, in pictures, it really has a really bright, overpowering glow, but actually in person when this AV switch is on, it is, I don't know how to describe it, but the light definitely stays captured within the switch itself. It's not like a flashlight effect where it's like bright to look at. It's very almost mechanical, very contained light. It looks really good. Sound, it is a great sounding saber. It's loud, sounds great. This extension actually makes it quite noticeably louder, and it gives a different resonant effect versus the pommel being attached at this point. It's actually quite a bit quieter with the pommel attached on the bottom of the actual hilt itself, but attached at the bottom of the extension, it's got a very unique and cool growl to it. Maybe when you hear it in a bit, it won't sound that way, but really enjoy that. Sounds good. Also, I wanted to mention that the soundboard in here, I I have lithium ions set up with a buck puck and a separate charger. As far as the accuracy of the board when you're moving it is very on point. Motion, clash, it's very sensitive and it picks up on what you do with the saber very well. I'm very impressed with the quality of the soundboard. It really is on point when you're moving your saber around. Really was impressed about that. Also the quality of sound, not just how loud it is, but the quality that you get out of the 2-watt speaker and the combination here is very good. It's not just loud, but it's clear and it's accurate sound. So I definitely feel that and agree with other Ultrasaber enthusiasts that what you get for what you pay from Ultrasabers is definitely top notch. And the fact that you can do full-on dueling with your sabers is just a phenomenal thing. Really enjoy it. And as far as the blade goes, I do prefer the regular blade, not the Ultra Edge, which you see here, but the regular blade. And the reason for that is that it just kind of gives an original trilogy look to the blade when they didn't have quite the technology they do today to make the blades look perfect. So it kind of has like an old school look and effect to it, which is what I really like. Ultra Edge is good. I have no complaints, but I just have a preference for the heavy grade and pardon me, the regular blade and also the heavy grade blade. I really enjoy the heft of the heavy grade blade on these sabers, and the feel of it just makes them feel fantastic. Definitely a lot easier to spin with the mid-grade, but I definitely enjoy the look, the feel, and the performance of the heavy grade. So I'm going to fire this bad boy up and get you to just experience what it sounds like, I guess. Green LED. Get a better shot there. I know it kind of looks like it's jumping off, but like I said, the light is very contained within the switch and it looks really good. Onto the green. Love this green. Love this color. It is, if I could own 10 sabers with contour the green, I would. I just really love it. Obsidian sound. Beautiful and clear and crisp sound. Get some clash sounds. A little bit of lockup. And power down. So there you have it. Dark Initiate LEV3. Very enjoyable saber to handle. I think it looks great. I really enjoy the ability to duel with this. It's very fast handling saber, so to defend myself in a tight space against my 5-year-old is definitely a major asset. So thank you to Ultrasabers for such a fantastic product, and thank you for all the guys on the Saber forum. It was really helpful. All your reviews helped me to determine what I wanted, what I'd like, what I didn't like, and just a really invaluable resource. So that's it. Thanks for watching.